Good morning, beautiful people of God. I'm back at you again. I said I was going to do more devotion to my YouTube this year, so I'm starting early. So here's your video. And just to let you know, the next two videos will be regarding bros or the brothers, okay? I'm going to focus a little bit on the men right now simply because I've been talking to a lot of men. I'm preparing to be a wife, so I've been just kind of hanging around the bros, just trying to get information, insight, some good pointers and things like that. So I'm feeling really good about it because some men that I've been knowing most of my life, they joke, of course, crack jokes about you should have married me. They lie. It's funny. Men are just hilarious. But anyway, um, they were just saying how they think it's cool that I'm trying to gather this data because they said, well, only help you to understand a man and how they think. And I always listen to Tony Gaskins, y'all. That brother B, he gives it. Sometimes I listen to him, I go, well, you have to just take everything with a grain of salt because everything he says is not for everybody. But for the most part, that brother gives up some really great insight to women. So, I said, well, let me just give things to the men from how a woman sees it. Anyway, so in order not to take up too much of your time, your precious time, let's get started. For our scripture today, we've got 1 John 4:20. If any man says he loves God, yet hates his own brother, he is a liar. And let me just tell you how love, and real love, like godly love, comes with no conditions and is very sacrificial. So, and it doesn't come with any hidden agendas. There's nothing, okay? And I just want to let y'all know a lot of y'all brothers are foul, point blank, because me talking to men in the circle the last, I would say, probably year, I've gathered a lot of data, just speaking to men, listening to men. And unfortunately, some of y'all bros are not loyal as you think they are. They really not. They really like do support you to your face and say they want this or that for you and they want to see you grow and this. But a lot of times it's not better than them. They want to see you grow and flourish, but not better than what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you, even including with your woman, I'm going to tell you why. So, tomorrow, I'm going to give you a specific scenario that I got from a particular young guy that I've been knowing for years. But just real quickly, this man was talking about how he was digging on this woman, really tough. And, he shared that with his brother, okay? I'm not going to say blood brother, but just a bro, brother in Christ. Share that with him. Now, the woman to him, he was like attracted to her in every way, like mentally, physically, spiritually attracted to this woman. And her brother, and I happen to be the woman, so that's why I'm just going to share with you. It was me, okay? I happen to be the woman that he was attracted to mentally, physically, spiritually. And he shared that with his brother. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all, never share your deepest desire for a particular woman that you want or desire to make your queen or your wife, because the devil, you can like let off clues, but I never tell. Like I let off clues, but people don't know who I really deeply desire. I mean, I've never said to anyone like this besides my children. Now my children know. But my children aren't trying to sabotage me either, right? But people, once you tell them who you really deeply desire, who you really want to be with, and I mean, you could let off secrets and things like that, but don't tell. Because I'm going to tell you why. The devil is crafty, and the devil will block. your destiny and block your blessings. So you have to, that's the plight of the enemy. He's already out there trying to do that without people knowing how you really feel and what you deeply desire. You know, they can only guess or speculate. You let them guess and speculate, but don't give up. Don't just go directly to them and be like, this is what I want and this is whom. Because no, men are fallible. But anyway, so it was me. He let on that it was me. And he finally told me that the brother told him that at the time, and this was years and years and years ago, y'all. So it's not like this was years and years ago, which probably would have been to his benefit that he did not approach me because I thought about the timeline he gave me and I said, oh well shoot. I had just gotten out of a relationship, like not even a year at that time. So it's probably a good idea that he didn't approach me because he probably would have got his heart broke because I was still all engrafted up into that man. And it was like, what, 2016? He said the year was like 2016. Yeah, nah, that wouldn't have been a year to approach me. But anyway, so he was just telling me, you know, how the dude was really like, how the dude was really like telling him, man, no, she wouldn't like your type. Man, no, this is the type of man she likes, blah, 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 this and that. But all along, all the while, the brother was really digging me, and he was in a relationship. But the woman that he was in the relationship with, he didn't see her as physically more beautiful than me. So he didn't want his dude to have a mentally, spiritually, and physically nicer looking woman than him. You get it? He wanted the friend, to be on his level, like have somebody that kind of looked like who he was with, so he wouldn't be able to glory in the fact that, you know, his woman was better looking. I mean, it's crazy how men compete. I really don't understand. I don't get it because I've never competed against no woman for nothing. Like, there's nothing that another woman has that I want. There's nothing that another woman could look like that I want to be like. I want to be like me. You know, I want to be like God made me and created me to be. You know, I'm unique. I have my own way. I'm just not trying to be anyone else. So it's just, I don't understand that kind of like train of thought, like that level of thinking. But anyway, watch your brothers, because as much as they say they love you and care for you, unconditional love comes with, man, even if you get something so far above what I could reach, I want you to have that. And I'm not going to block that from you. But anyway, he did tell this guy, but I told him, I said, it probably wouldn't have been a good idea to approach me in 2016 anyway. I said, but the fact that he told you that is really sad, because you could have missed out on a really, if nothing else, we could have had a really great friendship. Because I'm actually, to be honest with you, I don't think you're a bad looking guy. And I'm not the woman that, like, I'm not about all the physical. I'm about your character. So if your character is like on the up and up, you know, which all my life I've been around him, I was like, you know, you a cool dude. I mean, I don't see him like as my husband, of course, at this point in my life. But I mean, who knows what have been then? I can't really say. You can never really say what you would have felt or what would have been then. But I just told him, I said, I feel bad for you that, you know, you listen to him and didn't approach me, because like I said, it may not have been the proper time because of what I was just getting out of, but you never know. You really never know until you really reach out to a woman, you know, and the fear of rejection in men is really strong. I know that, but because some women are they're just so like, I don't know, it's crazy. But I mean, I tend to let a man down easy if I'm not interested. I will, you know, entertain him to an extent, but I'll let a man down easy. I'm not going to be like just flat out rude unless you come off rude. But, you know, if a man is approaching me with some decency and has something about himself, even if I'm not interested, I will. you know, just offer up that, well, you know, that's really sweet. I love that. That is great that you feel that way about me. But, you know, like at this point in time, like I'm on reserve or I'll, you know, whatever the case may be, have you. I mean, today I say that I'm on reserve because I do believe that God has a specific person for me. So I just, you know, I wait because I want to be fully developed. I want to be fully developed and in tune with what God has for me at this point in my life. I don't want to go out on a whim with just anyone, you know, and the particular person that I have in mind, God has already kind of told me, take a deeper dive into that person. Take a deeper look into that person because, you know, but anyway, and I'm not going to share with you guys any other really real details. So just understand, I talk to God a lot, okay, a whole lot, and the Spirit of the Lord already told me this particular person's been watching me way before I even knew, and you know, God's really saying, you know, things are not always as they seem. So, daughter, just wait, because I'm scoping out the whole situation, the whole scenario. I'm trying to see if this, you know, it could be God has you waiting for whatever reason. Just wait. Seriously, just wait, because God knows. He knows better than anybody. But anyway, so watch your bros because they might want you to have something and they may support you, but they never want you to have better than what they have. And if they feel like, ooh, your woman's gonna look better than theirs, competition. Ooh, your woman is when she walks into the room, she captures the energy of every man in that room. Ooh, and my woman is just like, nah, I don't want you to have that. So just be careful, yo men. Be careful about your bros. Don't give off, like, if you digging on someone, don't give off too much, okay? And also be careful when they push people on you. Like when they say, that's gonna be the next video that I share with you Friday morning. It's gonna be there was a scenario about a particular guy and how he pushed a woman off on him. So this guy, it's a trip. But anyway, y'all stay tuned for that. Have a wonderfully blessed day today. It's cloudy, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. God is still on the throne. He's still good. I love you. Oh, I got to sing y'all a song today. Let me see. What am I going to sing today? Okay. God has smiled on me. He has set me free. God has smiled on me, and He's been good to me. And He's been good to you too. Have a blessed one.